In sports, they always talk about clock management and how important it is. Well, when it comes to these hot summer months, clock management is also critical when it comes to your irrigation controllers. We are now in the summer watering season. In the months of May through September, you can water your landscape up to 6 days a week, never on Sundays though, following the Southern Nevada Water Authority's mandatory seasonal watering schedule. Joining me now is Brian Nita with the Southern Nevada Water Authority's conservation team. And Brian, we know this time of year, your landscape and your plants are asking for more water. They're demanding more water and they need more water. But that doesn't mean that you can't conserve and be water smart while you're doing it, right?
Yes, you are correct. And like you said, you can water up to 6 days per week in the summer, but never between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. and never on Sundays, like you said. So what we recommend is that you water 3 days per week for your drip irrigation system and keep an eye on your landscape. Remember, you can always add days as needed.
Yeah, and when you talk about 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., right, the hottest part of the day, that's not when we want watering. If you think about, going swimming, if you do have a swimming pool, you come out, when you dry off the fastest? Well, it's in the middle of the day. The same thing happens with your landscape. If you water during the middle of the day, that water will evaporate extremely fast.
You're absolutely correct. Your landscape does evaporate water more during the hottest parts of the day, and that's why you cannot water between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Big news this year is that we're in the middle of a federally declared water shortage for the first time ever. Southern Nevada losing 7 billion gallons. That's the cut we have to take because of this federally mandated water shortage. We're trying to stop levels at Lake Mead from falling even further. Brian, tell us how these watering clocks really play a big role in countering that shortage.
As you said, 7 billion gallons of water. Wow, that's a lot of water to be cut. But it's also the same amount of water that's being wasted outdoors due to overwatering, which is very unfortunate. Now, if everyone in our community would change their clocks each season, which is 4 times per year, we could recover all 7 billion gallons that is being federally cut.
Brian, of course these irrigation controllers, they're not set it and forget it. Now, the smart controllers are great. You can go on your phone, you can make those seasonal changes on your phone, and we thank you to all of you that are following the mandatory seasonal watering restrictions. Yes, it is the law. Now let's talk about grass, really the biggest culprit of water use throughout the valley. People may like how it looks. They come from the Midwest, they come from the East Coast, they come from somewhere else and they move to the valley. They love it, but we're in the desert. Talk about really the numbers here and how much water grass uses.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. So we've done extensive research and we know that grass uses about 73 gallons per year per square foot, so which is quite a bit compared to, we've done research on desert landscaping, and desert landscaping uses about 18 gallons per square foot per year. So a big significance of change there.
And another way of looking at this is imagining a column of water 10 feet high over that single square foot of grass. It requires 10 feet of rainfall to keep grass going here in the desert, whereas if you have desert landscaping, which of course can be beautiful, and we have plenty of examples of that, that requires only about a column 3 feet high to keep that thriving. But let's dig into grass a little bit more and talk about some news that we've made that has gone around the world. We've become the first community in the nation to put a ban on what we call non-functional grass throughout the community, and it has to be replaced by the end of the year 2026.
The new law does not affect single-family homeowners. It only affects non-functional turf along streetscapes, within businesses, and in certain HOA areas. We do have an incentive of $3 a square foot to anyone that wants to take out their grass and switch it over to water-efficient desert landscaping.
Grass is a water guzzler. So even though this doesn't apply to single-family homeowners, we want you to think about it. If you've got grass, especially in that front yard that doesn't get played on, that is only mowed and the landscapers touch it, we want you to start thinking about replacing that with desert-friendly landscaping. You can go to snwa.com to learn more and start the process there and play your role in conserving and countering this federally declared water shortage.